What is up, money friends? Boy, do we have a good one. I need your help to determine what is real and what is not, because this has been bothering me for a while. This team of scammers, and I've already exposed their skimming off the top and their ways of doing things that manipulate the price and how they're going to steal all your money. But I feel that this is actually not a real team and who they say they are. I think that it is all a lie, and I think that they are all lying to us. And it's time to let me know what you guys think. Am I wrong with what I'm going to expose right now? Or am all my friends right and they think that this team is a bunch of liars? So without further ado, let's get into the juicy details. And if you want, go ahead and comment down below. I do have my chat window open so I can see all your beautiful comments. So let's get into the juicy details. So there we have Globe and Brett, and this picture bugged me a lot. It kept being in my head, this face. And why is everyone's have pseudonyms besides one of the main people? And we know that Globe is an alias, obviously. And so I'm thinking maybe this isn't the real person that they say it is. And as the investigated person that I am, who's going to look into things, I did some digging and I come to realize that maybe they're not who they say they are. Yeah, fucking scam. I agree with you, Perry McLeod. They are scams. So let's get into the juicy details of what I uncovered. So Brett, being the architect and an engineer with an emphasis on new business development, marketing, sales, and both B2C and B2B since exiting the corporate life in 2008 and founding a consultant with several technology startup companies. He's began his crypto journey 4 years ago. So we're going to take some of that information and use that with the Google machine and see what we can uncover. So we can uncover business development. We have the halo effect, Brett. We have business development. That includes understanding businesses, so it's B2B, but we don't see anything else at all like that. So besides on Arkfi, 15 results. Okay, so let's go engineer. Engineer, that's another thing he was right here. We'll just, maybe that will come up with something. Again, halo effect, engineer, and not much else. We have the Illum WeFounder, which shows the same person. And so again, engineer, medium, Arkfi, and not much else. So all fingers through the Google machine point to the halo effect is indeed this Brett Norden. And so we look at the WeFounder page and we have, let's type in Brett, engineer, digital marketer, enthusiast, engineering background, which I think goes hand in hand with this. And if we look at the picture, the hair kind of fuzzy, like flowy, with some sideburn hair in the face and a little bit of chin hair, a little bit of face. Obviously, this kind of more looks like maybe a little bit of a different ethnicity than white, but maybe it's just the mid-journey prompt that they used and it turned out this way. I don't know, maybe that's the case. So I'm guessing that Brett Norden is indeed this person in the actual project, which is Arkfi. And so we go here, we obviously look, marketing kind of goes hand in hand exactly with what this description says. Google shows nothing else. So the hairstyle, the facial hair on the face, maybe not that thick, but obviously all the hair is pretty thick in all these photos. So it just might be the style. But no posts for years on social media, 317 weeks, but comes to a podcast every single day. And this is not even the best part, and I'm gonna go even deeper, so bear with me. It's gonna get on for a wild ride. So we go and we check, okay, Brett Nordin, Halo, seems, perfect, seems like the same person. Arizona Internet Marketing, do the thing, hasn't posted in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, only is posting one time every few years, and hasn't been posting for the last 5 years, but is consistent in DeFi, consistent on the podcast and the group, but not on his his personal social medias. Is this a fake account or is this a fake person? Let's get into the juicy details of what I uncovered. So I did some digging. I called the number and I said, is this Brett with Halo or is the company shut down? I got the voice message and I recorded it, and this is what I have. So let me play that for you guys real quickly. I'm gonna switch over to my, let me see if I can pull up does it pull up computer sound now? I have to use my browser. All right. So let's pull the sound. Let me know if you guys can hear this. If you can't, I'll be quiet, but let me play this.
Hi, this is Brett Nordin. If you'd like an immediate response, please send me a text message or an email to brettnordin@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Moment in time. Then after that preliminary 5 to 10 days, let's say, we're going to watch and monitor the participation rate.
Hi, this is Brett Nordin. If you'd like an immediate response, please send me a text message or an email to brettnordin@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Moment in time. Then after that preliminary 5 to 10 days, let's say, we're going to watch and monitor the participation rate.
Hopefully that didn't kill your guys' ears. I'm not hearing the sound. But with that, if you noticed, there's two things that I've noticed. The first one, the voice sounded much more confident, much more put together. And the second one, the voice was much deeper and they smacked when they talked. If you notice that they did something to the extent of they'll talk and then they go, or something like that, like a smack when they talk. And I played the clip over again so you guys can hear that. And so if we actually, me being me, I decided, what, I should probably get a second opinion or maybe a third or a fourth to see, maybe I'm just looking into it too much. Maybe I'm just hearing things and maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. So I said, hey, can I send you an auto clip about 10 seconds? And can you tell me if this is one person or two and why? It sounds like two people, but the same speech pattern. I said one, but could be an AI. What's the correct answer? The sound is two different people, but the pattern is identical. What sparked the question? Exposing scammers. Same thing here. Send a video, asked to send my friend audio. I didn't queue up anything. I didn't say, hey, I'm exposing scammers. I think it's two people. I didn't lead any questions. All I said is, can you tell me, what do you think? Is it the same people or two? And the second one, based on the same pronunciation, inflection in his voice. The first one is more vibrant, while the second one is a bit more flat, and definitely the smacks, which I talked about in the second video. And this is why they don't show their faces on the social media, on the podcast, because they are not who they say they are. They're lying to you. And so let's get into some other people. I said, hey, can I send you an auto clip? Can you tell me if this is one person and two, why? And then this sounds like two people, but the same speech pattern. I'd say one person, but could be AI. So that's two people that said could possibly be AI. And then I said, I think it's two people. And he says, I think it sounds like two different people, but the pattern is identical. What sparked the question? I already read that one. Again, do you have good listening skills? I'll put two clips together and let me tell. And then the first guy is deep and raspy. The second guy has more mannerisms and tonality and Tadu. I don't know what that means. Through his sentences like smacks. He's English, so he has different words than I do. So there's another person. Another person is saying, the first person sounds garbled and is definitely deeper and much faster cadence. So I can't just go by asking friends because obviously they don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to these Oxford Wave researchers and see if they will use some algorithms to actually test the audio and see if it is indeed the same person or two different people. And so we're going to get down to the scam, and we're going to see if indeed the team is who they say they are, or if they are a bunch of liars and scammers like I have exposed them in multiple ways, from stealing money on Medium, or not stealing money on Medium, but stealing money off the top through the project by locking out people's volume or wallets, through dropping the price in the ILC, from also like doing some shady things like manipulating the price by forcing down the price because they don't really have an ILC, which is just a scam. And I'll show you guys deck screener with Arkfi, and these guys are literally stealing money from you guys, and then they are holding the extra money in secondary wallets so that they can profit, and it's not part of the treasury. And so, as you can see, I definitely predicted this a few days ago. And so if we go to my story, you can see that warning to the holders on the 14th, before it actually collapsed, I was warning everyone that this project's not going to last and that it's going to turn out to be like Piston Token, and it is. And I said that they'll do nothing, and they haven't. And I said that they'll probably add a privacy token that is going to be just like a shell game like Animal Farm. But my theory, they do nothing like they have been doing. But, because they've already been paid in the front end, they got their token allocation, they got salaries, they got all sorts of different things here. But, it is what it is. They definitely are scamming. And when you look at the proof, it's pretty interesting. You can see here that when I said that they're going to create a privacy token, they're just going to do what they said with Arkfi, with Animal Farm pigs, where they'll lock your tokens up for 15 months and have a tax that's really high so that your liquidity that's supposed to be your ROI is locked up, so that the whales can continuously dump on the project and not pull out liquidity because your liquidity is locked up. And if you notice that the scammer here, who uses the same photo, by the way, just to throw that out there, just pointing that out, and no, like I said, no social media presence, doesn't talk about anything, like never on his social media, hasn't posted once. We'll see if he's able, maybe he'll post, say, I would love to see one of these profiles of his, maybe show like ARK on it, just like one ARK video, since it's not like he's doing anything with the social media and his business, so prove me wrong. So yeah, that's I think this guy is not real. I think he's whoever Brett in the Discord and the podcast is pretending to be this person who hasn't been around for a very long time. And so again, I called the number for this guy, his work phone number, no answer. Got his voicemail, compared it to the podcast. They sound different. Asked multiple people what they thought. They all say they sound different. Now I'm going to be going to a voice biometrics and seeing if it's actually who they say they are or if it's totally different. So let me know what you guys think. To go back here, we can see that this is who he pretends to be, is this guy, but no social media posting. Called his work number, that is his old business, and no answer. Got the voicemail, downloaded the audio, compared it with the podcast. It doesn't sound at all like them. Asked multiple people, if it's him. They all said no. Now, a few people said it might be AI, and that's quite possible. And now it's time to talk to Oxford Wave Research. Sent them an email, seeing if they are indeed can verify if this is the real person or not, and we'll find out more. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you think that these people who they say they are, and they're not? I mean, we've already discussed Globe being a chief dev, but has a background in oil and derivative trading, trade finance, renewable energy, carbon credit offset program, and full-time crypto trader, private consultant for fintech and energy clients. Nothing to do with development. So that's weird. And it's funny because they always say, like, he's been doing this for years. He's been building this layer one, and it's amazing, and it's going to be part of this amazing system and ecosystem, but he has no dev experience. This person's fake, and these two are probably Fiverr or Upwork or Udemy, or not Udemy, but Fiverr freelancers, and that is your Arkfi team. Congratulations on being fooled. I thought they would not pull the plug as quickly as they did, but it is what it is. It is DeFi, but feel free to watch any of my other videos on how I exposed the scam before everyone else, and how I've been calling the top for multiple projects for years and have a 90% win rate on most of these projects. You can definitely just see, right, how I beat the market 90% of the time with Eat the Drip, My Rich Farm, Shorting Pepe, Arkfi, and as my rules for DeFi, the first rule of DeFi is to get your money out first, and do not listen to the devs, do not listen to the cult members, do not listen to the smooth brains, and do not listen to your neighbor. And that is my advice. This is not financial advice. Do your own research on the team and protect yourself. Do not believe anything they say, and they're only trying to lock your ROI up so that they can steal more of the liquidity. Peace.